Hey guys, just posting a video because I'm getting out of my shell. I don't know about you all, but I am the definition of introverted. I do not like people in my business. I like to be very private. I like to be very quiet. I like to be very by myself. Not necessarily by myself all the time, but I do prefer to be alone. But I have to get out of these things. I have to get out of my own way. I have to move so that God can move through me. And I say all of these things because I had to catch myself the other day. I have to watch what I say. We all do. But I was surprised at myself because I was thinking, I don't like making videos. They make me uncomfortable. I don't like being watched. I don't like going live. And I'm like thinking to myself, you are continuous. These things might be a truth for you in the moment, but your words and your thoughts are literally making them true going forward, if that makes any sense. If I continuously, okay, so today, day one, I'm nervous. I don't like going live. I don't like being on video, whatever. If every day for the next 30 days, I tell myself, I don't like going live. I don't like public speaking. I can't do it. I don't want to do it. I'm convincing myself of these things. So while it might have been a truth in the beginning and something I could work on or get over or push through, now I have convinced myself over and over again that it's a truth. And now it's manifesting in my life. So I had to immediately stop myself and say, no, Brittany LaShawn, like, you can go live. You do have something to talk about. You can speak clearly and convey your message, and you need to show up anyway for your clients, for yourself, for your readers. I've been working on these books and been asked to join several podcasts lately. And I'm like, get out of that shell, girl. Ain't nobody gonna know about you if you are somewhere behind the scenes all the time. So I say this to say values and your vision have been on my mind a lot lately. And I have a couple of friends. It's so crazy how the world works when you're thinking about something and then you're kind of forced into being that for others. I was thinking about my values a lot lately, and I asked myself the other day, what are your top 3 values? And with me, my coaching isn't business based necessarily. It's not marketing based. I'm not let me help you brand type of person. I'm more of a who are you? What are you? What have you been called to do? Who have you been called to be in this world? Let's figure that out. Let's pull that out of you. Let's cultivate the space for that growth, and let's walk in that with authenticity and power and clarity and peace. I'm such an advocate for peace. But when I was asking myself these things, the first 3 things that popped in my mind in this phase of my life, that I value freedom, I value peace, and I value travel, which adventure, same thing. When I bring these things into my conscious awareness and I'm thinking on these 3 things, I'm asking myself, I had to ask myself, are my thoughts, my actions, my choices, my decisions, the things I've been participating in, the people I hang around, are these people in alignment with that? And I asked myself that, I think about Friday, and over the weekend, I had the exact same conversation with 2 different friends who really truly didn't know what their values were, didn't know how to define them, didn't even know where to begin. And so I asked both of them on separate occasions, what's important to you in this phase in your life? Not yesterday, not 2 years from now, right now, what is important to you? What do you believe in? What is an unshakable, undeniable truth that you believe in right now? And for me, perfect example, freedom. I'm already a very free-spirited person. I don't like conforming. I don't like cookie cutter things. I don't like to do what everyone else is doing. But in the way that I love life, the way that I experience life, the way that I flow through life, the way I allow life to flow through me, I value my freedom. I value not having to answer to people I don't have to answer to. I value not clocking in at a job that is draining my soul. I value that. I value the freedom to come and go as I please. And when I thought about that, defining my value as freedom or whatever, using, I had to think my being able to get up today, book a trip to Spain, work in Spain for a month, come back, work in Thailand for 3 months, come back, stay in Atlanta for a year, go work at a coffee shop today. That's important to me. I believe in that with all of my heart and all that I am, because I believe in my God, and I believe that my gifts will make a way for me. So when I think of freedom, are my thoughts, are my plans, are my choices in alignment with that? Another one of my values, travel. I value travel. I think that it is absolutely incredible to see all parts of this world, to experience other cultures, to learn different languages, to meet new people, to see things in a different way. I love the fact that I can hop on a plane today and be in a completely different time zone on the other side of the world tomorrow and be experiencing sunlight on that side of the world and that culture and that food and that freedom and that peace and that new experience. That gives me so much joy. And I had to really think the other day, does my vision make me smile? And yesterday when we had this awesome weather in Atlanta, it was like almost 70 degrees after snowing 3 days before. I was just driving in my car like full of this joy and this excitement and this happiness and this peace. And it was something I couldn't explain, but it kind of took over me. And I was just so overcome with joy and peace and happiness and abundance and clarity. And which takes me into my next value of peace. Because I have experienced so many phases in my life where I had no peace. I didn't know what peace was. The people around me weren't peaceful. I was in these toxic, chaotic environments, toxic, chaotic people, relationships, work situations where I could literally, being an empath, being highly sensitive, feeling everything, I could literally walk into my job and be hit in the face with the energy, the toxicity, the irritation of my coworkers, the failed dreams, the pissed off, the bad marriages, the irritation, the pissed off managers and supervisors, the chaotic environments, the lack of work ethic. Like I could literally feel it as soon as I walked in, and it weighed on me. It bothered me. It pulled me out of my character. So now, because I have received peace and because I know peace, my peace is so valuable to me. I don't care if you are blood related to me. I don't care if we've been ace boon coon since 93. I don't care who you are, what you're bringing. If you are not peaceful, you will not have a seat at my table. So I say all of these things to say, when you're thinking about your values, and I was asking my friends and I challenged them, you're not going to tell me, I don't know. You're going to give me an answer. I'll give you time to give me an answer. Meditate on it, pray on it, kumbaya on it, but you're going to give me an answer, because if you don't know what your values are, you will give yourself to anything. There are certain people in my life, they've never told me their values, but I can tell by their actions and their words what they value. One person I know, he's such an awesome person in my life, but I can tell he values family, his faith, and wealth, and not just, money and greed and whatever, but I can tell he wants his wife, his children, and his children's children, and their children's children taken care of. I can tell that his faith is of the utmost importance to him, so that when he makes decisions, whether it's personal, financial, work decisions, I can tell he makes these things based off of his faith, and his family is so important to him. So I I challenge you all, what is important to you? If you could name your top core, your top 3 values, what is it? Is it abundance? Do you value wisdom? Do you value freedom? Do you value peace? Do you value wealth? Do you value beauty? Do you value, patience? Do you value your faith? What is it that is so important to you, so undeniable, so unshakable in this moment that you do not allow anything to come up against that? To me, again, freedom, peace, and right now in this phase of my life, traveling is so important to me. So are my decisions in alignment with that? Are my choices? Are my words? I'm actually going to write an ebook and publish it this week on my website regarding how to kind of define your values, to come up with 3 core values. You can have a list of 20 if you want, but to kind of hone in on those 3, just because I want to know what's most important to you. And even with client calls, that's in my little client welcome packet. One of the first assessments or things I ask of my clients is to let me know what you value. What's your vision? What's important to you? What's undeniable about you and your life? If you don't know what they are, that's fine. That's what we work on. That's what I want to pull out of you. But to me, as a coach, as a life purpose coach, as a writer, I need to know what your values are so that I can keep you on task. But it's so important to know what's important to you. It really is. It keeps you focused. It does. It brings you back. I can go on a million tangents a day. I do, all day long. Like, my imagination is out of this world. I can tell you one story and end up somewhere else. But in life, that happens as well. We can start over here, end up way over there, and not know how to really bring it back because we don't know what we're doing. There's no map, there's no plan, there's nothing. And so when you know what your values are, when you understand them, then you can make a values-based vision. Then your vision has more clarity. Your vision has more truth. Your vision has more meaning. If your why and your vision don't make you smile, then you need to change them up. Like, your why and your vision should bring you joy and clarity and peace and so much feeling that you can walk in that with ease, even when things come, and it will, because it's life. When things come out of wherever, you can still come back and align yourself with what it is that is motivating you, what it is that is pushing you. So yeah, I challenge you this week. What are your values? What's important to you? What do you believe in? Who are you at your core? What is some undeniable, unshakable truth that you hold on to about yourself? Healthy, abundant values that are important to you, not your mama's values, not your sister's, not your man's values, not your woman's values. What are your values? You can drop them under this video. If you write them down, put them somewhere where you can see them, so that when you are off course, you can come back to them. Have an awesome day. Walk in love, walk in light, be who you are. Bring joy into your realm and then give it in others.